Hello. Welcome to the Pop Culture Playbook. I'm your host, Tatiana Arrington.
I'm your host, Simone Umba.
And guys, we are super excited because we have a special show for you all today. Deric Augustine is joining us later in the show, and he's going to be talking all about his new book. I'm going to let you say the name.
Is Nawlins.
Nawlins.
I'm trying to do with the accent, y'all. It's just been failing.
Yes, yes. But he tells us all about the book. He tells us about his time on The Rookie. It was a really good conversation, and we're excited for you all to listen to it. I know y'all been hitting us up as well. And we delivered. So you guys
Y'all will be
enjoyed
happy
that?
with this interview.
Yes, yes. Y'all will be happy for sure. And yeah, before we get into that though, we can get into all the mess this week. So I don't know. Wait, were you gonna say something?
No, I was just taking a breath. Taking a breath.
Okay. So I don't know if you ever noticed this, but like every now and then Olivia Jade pops up on my For You page. And whenever I go to her comments, they're like, I know Jacob's hiding in the back. Where is he? Where is he? I know he's in the background. Girl, just bring him out. Just bring him out. Well, girlies, I'm so sorry to y'all. Olivia, Jade, and Jacob have broken up.
See, that's y'all's white people news for this week. I don't care with them breaking. I didn't even know that was even a thing still until she told me.
No, me neither. And I'm so curious too, like, not that like Olivia Jade is a bad person because of what her and her parents did, with that whole like Stanford scandal where she was like
In
cheating.
the college cheating scandal chimed
Right,
in.
right. So it's like not that she's like a terrible person because of that, but I'm just like, did did you ever ask her about that? And like how she was posting on YouTube, like, yeah, guys, I'm not gonna be at class this week, but I'm still in college and that
I
whole
mean, meeting her parents that most likely came up.
you think so?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It just makes me curious, like, uh, what did not what did he see? Not that he's better than her, but the whole relationship just was interesting to me. And now they're broken up. So, I mean, but we have more white people news though, because the Jonas Brothers did a show in their hometown in New Jersey.
Now, this is white people news that I care about. There's a
Uh,
difference.
this is white people news that shook the table. Like I was gagged. So they brought out Jesse McCartney. And when I tell you, listen, I don't care what y'all have to say. Jesse walked so Justin can run. Okay. Like,
Are we
I,
sure it was Timberlake that walked so that Justin could run?
you said what?
Are we sure it wasn't Timberlake who walked so that Justin could run?
I mean, I would throw that in there too, but I feel like Jesse was the first like young boy heartthrob that like the girls were losing their mind for. And I mean, even though he didn't dance and stuff like Timberlake, I just mean like when we're talking about young white boy heartthrobs, like Jesse McCartney gets left out of the conversation for me,
Oh yeah, he gets left out a lot.
and I'm not having it. And so to see an
He had
arena,
hits.
you said what?
He had hits.
He has
Literally playing like
bops.
one of the songs in my head. Baby, take me on a journey. And I was playing in my head right now.
He has bops. Okay. I want you guys to, after you finish listening to this podcast, go through Jesse's catalog because it's actually really good. And just to see an arena of people singing Beautiful Soul to him, I just know that felt good, where he was like, okay,
Mm.
like I can, like you guys, you know what's up. Like, oh, an entire arena knew the full lyrics to Beautiful Soul. Yes, yes, yes. And I saw Jesse's going on tour and I'm going.
Listen, this concert season, everybody going on tour. I got to make some tough decisions,
Well,
especially Beyonce.
Jesse's tickets are only like $60. So I'm gonna go have a good
Still,
time.
that's $60.
Huh?
I mean, still that's $60 in this economy.
No, I know, but like, I mean, compared to what I'm spending on a drink.
Is this standing room or is this seated? Because listen, I'm getting old. I need to sit down.
Oh no, Mama needs a seat as well, and it's seated.
Where's the venue at?
It's gonna be at the Coca-Cola Roxy.
Oh, then now I can't go. I can't. I swore I'd never step foot in the Roxy ever again.
Wait, what happened? Because I was talking to my friend about this
No, do
last
you
night.
remember when I went to the Lil Nas X concert?
No. But my friend said she was also like, "Oh, I hate the Roxy. I'm not going." And I was like, "But they have seats. So what's up with that
The
venue?"
seats are extra. The seats you have to pay extra for. Otherwise, you're on the floor in GA and they don't have the fan and the AC on, and you're praying someone in security is passing out bottles of water so you don't fall and dehydrate. And people always fainting. We gotta wave our hands and wave a flashlight on the phone to get them to get our attention.
Oh,
And the food ain't
wow.
even that good.
Wow.
So yeah, that's why
Okay.
I'm never going back to Coca-Cola Roxy ever again, guys.
That no, that's valid. But when I looked last night, there's seating, like all of it. There's no GA.
What do you mean there's no GA?
It doesn't say GA. It says seating, and it has like you can buy a row and a seat that's yours. It doesn't say GA like at all.
Is it folded seats?
Girl, I don't know.
I'm not saying that floor don't transform into like the same seats that you get upstairs. So it must be folded seats.
Or maybe I should just sit in the mezzanine where I know there's a seat.
Girl, sit in the mezzanine.
Okay, okay,
The
noted,
mezzanine. Don't risk it.
noted. But I mean, Jesse McCartney has this song called "Because You Live." That song is my everything. So like, I'm going. But it was really nice to see that. But that's not all, y'all, in white people news because then Nick, Kevin, and Joe brought out the Demetria Lovato, our good sis.
When I tell you I was gagged, I know my mutual big teaser, she was waiting for them to bring out Demi and she was so happy. I ran to Twitter as soon as I saw it. I was like, girl, get up. Your girl's outside.
And she looks so good too.
Her outfit looked great.
Like that is how you show up to see your ex, married and all. Like,
Okay, okay. Calm it down. Y'all, they dated for like a week. We got to move past that.
I don't know if the Lovotics, I don't know if they'll ever move past it. But that's why I said, like, you show up married, you show up looking good. Like Demi looked great. The mic was on. I know that's right. And her and Nick hugged. The friendship is back. Everybody's
Thank
happy.
God.
No, literally,
I
no.
regret never going to their tour.
Wait, which tour?
No, the tour, Demi and Nick,
Oh, right, right, right.
I can't remember the name, but they went on tour together.
They
And it was
did. I
my
remember.
freshman year of college, and I couldn't go because I was broke. So I to this day I regret never going to that tour.
That is so real. I had tickets to the Camp Rock tour. And when Demi punched out old girl, they canceled. So they canceled my
Oh,
show before I got
oh,
to see it. So and I feel like that happened to quite a few of us. So whoever was in the building in New Jersey, they got that full redemption where they wouldn't change a thing. This is
oh
me.
my God. The way I saw so many of my New York and New Jersey mutuals at that show, I'm like, damn, y'all all took the trip?
I didn't see, I didn't know. Like I,
Like I know it's opening night, but my goodness.
oh, it was opening night.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know they're coming to Atlanta though, so I may see if I can pop out
Yeah.
to one in
I'm
Atlanta.
debating whether or not to go to the Atlanta show because I have to fly to LA for a conference. So that is like TBD for
Mhm.
me since it's like a 1 day in between like when I'm supposed to leave. So I'm just like, do I want to go? Because Joe teased like the day after is like, oh, this is just the beginning. I'm like, who else you
The
bringing?
beginning? He
I'm
said
like, who
that?
else you bringing? We know you're gonna bring Miley at some point. Are you getting Selena?
Right.
Has she forgiven Nick? Are y'all bringing out Taylor? Has she unblocked Joe? Like what? Who are you bringing?
Bringing Taylor Swift would be insane.
Oh
Like
my god!
it would be insane. That, oh my God. But just the beginning. I mean, if they all get on stage and sing Send It On, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Oh my God.
Um,
Oh, wait. I just thought of this. Do you remember that you know how the Disney environmental message song that they all did
Send it
together?
on.
Yeah.
That's what I just
Girl,
said.
if they came out and did that, I didn't know the title of it.
I
If they
just said
came out
that.
and did that,
That's
oh,
what I
we'd be gas.
just said. The streets would go crazy if Miley, Selena,
Oh my
me, and the Jonas
God.
Brothers come. Now, first of all, that would be my friend and I were talking about this last night. She was saying that'd be a really funny song for them to sing. Like she would kind of like bust out laughing because it's like, why are y'all on stage singing, send it on and on? Um, and then when you know the whole backstory on like how they hated each other's guts at that time, it's so funny.
Oh yeah, the whole Nick, Selena, and Miley triangle. Just like if
Yeah,
y'all think about love triangles, y'all weren't there back in the day.
at
Y'all weren't there back
all.
in the day when we had to find out everything through Tiger Beak and J14.
Oh, Tiger. Oh my God. Do you, this is Black people stuff, but do you remember Word Up?
Yes. I
Ah,
remember.
I loved Word Up. Like you could
Oh
not,
my God.
I was ripping those posters out and putting those Bow Wow and Omar
Girl, my dad hated me taping them posters to my wall.
same.
I had Corbin Blue on one side, I had Chris Brown on the other, I had the Sprouse twins in the middle. My dad is like, why are you putting these boys on my wall?
That's an interesting
Mind
combo.
you, I was eight,
You had
8 years
Corbin
old.
Blue, the Sprouse twins, and then Chris Brown.
Listen, I have variety.
We appreciate
They were my
variety.
first childhood crushes. Let me live.
No, I feel you. Mine were Bow Wow, Omarion, and then yeah, I think I just had like a lot of about, but I think actually I might have had a Jesse poster if I'm being for real. Like he was so cute to me. So, and I loved his episode on Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. That's like one of my favorite episodes. So anyway, y'all, the streets are ready for whatever they're bringing. They done brought
Yep.
Jesse, Demi, Miley, Selena. Join in on the fun, girls. We're ready. We're waiting. Um, do should we talk about Tyler?
I'm going to keep it at a professional standpoint because I'm not trying to get almost doxxed again. I'm going to let you, the Black American, talk. Yeah.
Okay. So if you guys didn't hear, Tyla put out an EP. It was like what, like 4 or 5 songs, and everybody's talking about now how it got like 3,000, it did 3,000 in sales, which is like yikes on bikes. So everybody's saying the reason for that is because like she hasn't been able to connect to her Black American fan base. And you know, very early on in her career, she came out and she was basically like, oh, hey, I'm not Black, I'm colored. And then a lot of Black Americans found out, okay, that is a term that's
So just to clarify, it was the fan base that came out and said that she was colored and not Black.
so she never said this.
She didn't say until after it became big discourse.
So basically, her South African fans were saying like she's not Black, she's colored, and then Black Americans were like, no, she Black. Is that what happened?
Basically, what happened is that her label marketed her to Black America
Right.
in a aesthetic that like everyone's familiar to.
Uh-huh.
People assumed that she was Black, but
Mm-hmm.
then Africans were like, no, she's not Black, she's colored. And there was a conflict of understanding nuances in people's histories with the term colored in South Africa and the people versus the term colored in the US and what categorizes people as Black and the one drop rule and all that. So that's why it constantly butt heads all the time.
Yeah. I will say I don't think that Breakfast Club interview did her any favors when he asked her directly and she literally looked at her management and didn't say anything. I don't think that has done any favors for her. I think it's like we got to put some of this on the team, and I don't know if her team handled this the right way. I also don't even know if that's like the reason, the full reason why she's not selling either. Like she's very marketable, right? Like they were literally branding her as like the next Rihanna. Water was a hit. She's got the fashion, she's got the look. So I'm wondering what else is not clicking because, and this is no shade to the girls because I like a lot of them, but a lot of the Black girls aren't selling, right? Like the way some of these
But that's
white
because of
girls.
racism.
You said what?
That's because of racism.
Okay. Okay. So
Racism is management.
yeah, I mean, I think management plays a part in some of those girls too. And then I know you said racism, but I don't know if this like is the full reason why people aren't. First of all, I didn't even know Tyler put anything out.
Yeah. Okay. So, and I've talked about this with like my friends who are music journalists and who work in like marketing. This really stems back to the label and their decisions. When it comes to marketing her, because she is marketable. Like she
Very
has
much so.
like her aesthetic is like amazing. Her fashion's great. She's a great dancer. And yeah, I feel like the whole like next Rihanna thing kind of puts her in a box where the expectations are too high. And I feel like that happens a lot whenever it comes to the R&B girls being labeled as the next Beyonce, and then those expectations are too high,
Mhm.
and it sets them up. Also, we have to look again at the label, and I know someone had said that some of her budget was cut when it comes to promoting her stuff.
Mhm.
I will say I heard the songs. I thought these were singles for the sophomore album. I didn't know it was an EP.
Right.
So I don't know what was the decision to drop this now and not have it on a deluxe edition for the sophomore album later, because the songs, they hit. I mainly hear them either on social media or I hear them, on radio. Like,
Mhm.
how in the same radio rotations they play the same, like maybe like
Mhm.
10 to 12 songs.
Mhm.
I don't really hear it a lot in that same 10 to 12. It's usually maybe like once in the rotation just to push. So really it's a bigger conversation about what the label is doing for her brand career wise. I will say the team really fumbled when it comes to addressing the discussion regarding, ethnicity and marketing her again, stemming to the label. Do I think this was a wrong move for the label? Yes, this should have been a deluxe section of the sophomore album. I know people are saying that's coming out in the fall. I don't know when in the fall.
Yeah, I think it's like November because she teased it like this summer, and everybody's like, "Girl, November? Like, why are you telling us this now?"
Yeah, I think she'll be okay. I know the discourse is always going to happen. Um,
Hmm.
I will say a small part. Now, there are people who are trying to claim like, oh, it's because of this. I will say it's a smaller part, but it's a larger part that has to do with the label. And a lot of the girls are having this problem. We talked about it with Flo a few weeks ago, and with Epic, it's kind of like, and with Epic Records, it's like you have the main label and then you have the subsidiary labels. Her label is under as a subsidiary. So
Hmm.
we don't know how much of her budget was cut versus her counterparts.
Hmm.
So really, we really people can't define it as a flop until the album rolls out,
Right.
and what basically plan is to roll out the sophomore album if it comes out in the fall. So yeah, that's pretty much my general like industry thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I also think too, this could also be like a small part of it, but Tyla has like very diva energy sometimes.
I
And
don't think it's diva. I think just the personality, people aren't able to click on it. Like I know people like got under her about like having other people hold her awards. Y'all, she had a whole ass back injury before award season.
right.
And so
I
she
mean,
those things are heavy and she
yeah,
couldn't carry it. And
yeah,
there was a discourse for almost a week about how she passed off the award to Hallie. And I'm like, y'all, she can't hold that thing. She's tiny.
right. Yeah, I know that was a thing, but also she had like a look that came out and it was very similar to Britney. And instead of just saying, yeah, like, obviously, like obviously the girls are inspired by Britney. And she was like, nope, it's actually, it has nothing to do with her. It wasn't inspired by her. Like, I think it's just the way sometimes she comes off to people is like, and there's nothing wrong with a diva. Like we love a good diva, but I think you gotta sometimes, unfortunately, you gotta earn that right to act a certain way, and people don't want to see you acting that way off jump. So I think that's like a small part of it as well. But
Yeah.
to your point, I think she's gonna be fine in the long run. And maybe honestly, like if they're not seeing it for America, they should probably just focus on Europe.
Yeah, that's with a lot of like international artists because I know people like to say like, "Oh, why is America always the center of everything?" I ain't gonna explain it any further.
Yeah, me
We
neither.
talked about it enough, but when it comes to a crossover as an international artist, one of the major markets is the US. So that crossover is a lot of investment, a lot of time. So to cut out that completely and just focus on Europe, it won't be bad. It just will take a hit, just like longevity wise, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah, I get that too, for sure. But I know there's some artists who are still doing well. Like when I found out like how much money Pitbull was making and he don't give a damn about us, I was like, oh,
Oh yeah, the Europeans, they love Kelly Rowland over there.
exactly,
That's
exactly,
why Tina Turner went off to Sweden. She was making bank over there. Like she
exactly.
isn't in America.
Right. Enrique Iglesias, like there's Burna Boy, like there's artists who are like, I don't, it's cool. I know I have fans over there, but I don't need y'all to do my thing. So that's basically like what I was getting at. Um, so what's up with your Love Island girlies? What's new with them?
So my girls got signed to new management, and I'm so proud of them.
Who did Shelley get signed to and who did Olandria get signed to?
Chelley got signed to Gersh, and then Olandria got signed to DBA,
Who's DBA?
Digital Brand Architects.
That sounds familiar. Is that who Clark Peoples is with?
Yeah,
Okay, okay. That's why I heard of them. Okay, fun. Congrats to the girls. Is Amaya signed?
yeah, she signed to Gersh too.
Okay. Did
She's like
Huda
the
get
first signing that we heard of. Huda, she's already with an influencer management. She was with them prior to the show. I
okay,
think Dolce something.
okay.
But I know Iris signed with WME.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I saw the updated email. I was like, congratulations, girl.
The girls are working. What are the men doing?
I don't know. As far as I know, Nick got a new email for CAA, so he locked in. He good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Love Island gang is working. I wonder
Mhm.
if they would do a season 2 of Beyond the Villa with them.
Well, some of the producers are already following them, and that's been like the debate talk on whether or not they would do it. Honestly, I've already said my core four clients would not do it after the way they were treated this season.
Mm,
If anything, I would want another network to take them. Like
mm.
Netflix loves a good reality show, they can snatch them up. Hulu can snatch them up. If anything, they can do their own YouTube series.
That's true
They're
too.
bigger than the program.
That's true too. They can get way more money off the back end with YouTube probably as well. So yeah, well, congrats to them, Love Island gang doing the thing. Um,
Also, filming the reunion today in New York.
that's right. You did say that. And Sierra's not going to be there, right?
No.
Okay. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Um, so before we get into some more white people news, I really quick would like to talk about weapons. I went to see Weapons because I have a lot of critics friends and I was hearing like this movie was neck and neck with Sinners. As we all know, Sinners is the movie of the year. So I was like, I got to go see for myself. I went to see Weapons Thursday night before, that Friday weekend release. And I don't think I went in with any bias, like, oh my God, this is about to be the best movie ever. Like I was just ready to experience something. I knew it was a horror film. I knew it was R-rated. I didn't know anything about it. I like to go into the movie, not know what's going on. It's just a better experience for me. So I really didn't know. I don't even like to look at the poster. Like I like to look at nothing. So I'm in the movie and I want to say that I think the movie is good. There's a lot of good elements to it. I think the premise is incredible. I won't give anything away, but it's basically about these group of kids who go missing in the middle of the night, except one. And you're like, where the hell are they at? The whole town's like, where are these kids at? So that's the premise of the movie. And the more you watch it, you're like, this shit is kind of funny. But it's like in the middle of the night, it's a horror movie. And yes, it has like a few jump scares, but you're like, I'm giggling, I'm chuckling. So then you come to realize, oh, this is a campy horror. Now, some people like that, some people are into that. I'm starting to think I'm not one of those people because the ending is just so silly, so off the wall that I was just like, yeah, like the reveal and everything, it just wasn't doing it for me personally. Now I know that this movie is still, y'all are still saying it's neck and neck with Sinners. I am personally here to tell you it is not. Sinners is still the movie of the
I
year.
was bold with that comparison.
You said what?
Said they were bold with that comparison.
Very bold. Like I can't believe y'all got on Beyonce's internet and said that. But Sinners is still the movie of the year. Weapons, I think, had a great premise. But I saw a lot of people saying, oh my God, it was long legs if it stuck the landing. I don't think either one of them stuck the landing. I think long legs is very similar to weapons, in my opinion. Um, there were some great performances in the movie. I really liked what's his name? Austin Abrams. He was in Euphoria, like season 2, I think. I liked him. He was great. There's a lot of great quotes, but when you start watching, you're like, this shit is like kind of funny. And I get horror can be all these different things, but I just don't think it's for me personally. So weapons, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Sinners, 5 out of 5, and that's where I'm gonna leave it.
It's off the film, bros.
Yeah, and a part of me does feel like, because I'm gonna just go ahead and speak my piece. I feel like a part of y'all, not y'all who listen to the show, because y'all are cool, but I feel like a lot of the film bros, they could not stand it that a black movie was the best movie that came out this year, and that everybody's like, oh my God, I know Jordan Peele is shaking in his boots. Like, I need you guys to stop because,
Yeah.
girl, don't get on Twitter. I
Oh
need
my, I need to
I
go
need
read
you
that.
guys to stop because Jordan Peele is somebody who changed the game and revolutionized horror, and he is far beyond his peers. Okay, like all
Mm.
the like he's up there with me with like Wes Craven. So I need you guys to like pipe down a bit. So I just feel like some of y'all couldn't stand it that a black movie was getting so much praise, and now y'all are trying to, oh well, we got weapons now. No. No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
we'll see if it gets pushed during award season against
It
Sinners because I know didn't both Warner Brothers produce the movie? Both
it
of them?
they did. So and then I'll to segue into that, Warner Brothers is having a fantastic year across the board. Okay.
Oh yeah, they make a bank.
They are making all that money back that they lost. So
All
from
that money they
Minecraft,
lost in that damn merger.
so from Minecraft to Superman to Sinners to Weapons, I know they're all like, let's get drinks after work. We're not stressed anymore. Like I know they're having a good time. So, but that's my piece on Weapons, y'all, and that's how I feel, and I'm gonna stand by it. So whatever.
All right. So, other news of Black people winning. As of today, Beyonce is now an Emmy winner.
Yes,
She
I saw that.
she won her first Emmy during the juried Emmy ceremonies. This is the non-televised show, and this is not counting like the pre-ceremony where you give like the technical awards. She won the Emmy for outstanding costumes for variety nonfictional reality programming for the Beyonce Bowl.
Yes, yes, yes. Our girl has her things, and I'm really happy for her. She deserves
Now, now last week they had announced that the category that everyone's looking forward to because she's a good producer, outstanding variety special live, it was moved to the live ceremony instead of the pre-ceremony.
Oh,
So we're already assuming that they're hoping that she'll show up to accept the award.
I'm sure
However,
they are.
it's the same week as her birthday. We
Mm.
all know she loves a good birthday trip. So I don't know if she'll come on a Sunday.
Right. Our girl does love a yacht in the Mediterranean for about two
Mm-hmm.
weeks. Yeah, I don't know, but congrats to her. She really deserves it. Like every time she is lost to something like so silly, I've been like, who approved this? Whose idea was this? So she deserves her things. And
Yeah, I'm glad she got it. It's the fact that this album really got her album of the year and her first Emmy, finally.
yes, yes. And then and then the show, like I hope she releases something for the concert and wins something for that because that concert,
Oh,
my life would
honestly,
change.
I don't know if Netflix is gonna try to sneak their way to Parkwood since the whole Max thing was like technically leaked. Thanks a
Yeah.
lot, Mercedes Benz. But yeah, I feel like she's holding on because she was filming for multiple shows.
Mhm.
She had cameras out filming for night 4.
She had cameras out filming for night three too, so they were there. We
And
were
there are
there.
cameras for Vegas too.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I mean, Atlanta and Vegas got the best shows in the US, so better than you guys. Sorry.
Don't let Houston hear you. They still mad.
I know. They are so pissed. And
I would be pissed too. Imagine me being the hometown show. We ain't got nothing.
yeah, but you know who's happy? New Jersey. New Jersey's happy.
Ah,
New Jersey's ecstatic.
oh my
Um,
god.
back to some white people news, and I guess unless you have anything, we can end on this. But Taylor Swift,
Oh yeah, that announcement came last night.
that announcement came last night at 12:12 a.m. because I was up. And not because I was waiting, but I just happened to be up.
Yeah, that was me too.
Taylor Swift has announced her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, coming soon. And then on top of that, I think it comes out tonight that she is going to be on her boyfriend's
Yep.
podcast with his brother.
Everybody was confused about her popping on the podcast. Like, wait, what's she doing on the podcast?
I mean, that they're gonna do crazy numbers. Like
Absolutely.
they're gonna do insane numbers. Like I think this is Taylor Swift's first podcast ever.
Yeah.
And to be on her boyfriend's podcast and then that little teaser that they put out. Um we're seeing a lot of orange for this era. I've already seen the brands, the marketing, they're moving so
Shout
quickly.
out to the social media managers because I know they had to work early this morning.
Yes, it's very reminiscent of me of when Drake dropped the album cover of Certified Lover Boy and then we saw
Oh yeah.
that
The social
everywhere.
media manager, when I tell you we had to go to work, we had to work so quickly. We like as a social media manager, whenever you have something happening in like pop culture, you have a metaphorical like 24 to 48-hour window to make a post about it. And it's not easy, y'all. You have to make it work with like the brand you're working for.
Yeah. I know it's not easy. I commend y'all so much because I feel like sometimes because sometimes I just be late to stuff. So I know if I was a social media manager, they'd be like, girl, um, where's your Taylor Swift post? And I'm like, what happened with
Woo.
her?
On top of that, you have to be really good at graphic design too, because sometimes the edits they just don't be hitting, but then you have to use a whole different app. It's a lot.
Are you a Canva queen? Are you like really good at
Oh
Canva?
yeah, me and Canva, we go together real bad.
I hate Canva. I hate it. Like I'm so bad at Canva.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
it's horrible. But yes, y'all, Taylor Swift, The Life of a Showgirl is coming soon. I actually don't hate the title, and it makes me curious if she's gonna open up a little bit about her abnormal life. That's kind of what I'm hoping the
I
vibe.
hope so because I know people's thoughts on the last album. They said it was kind of repetitive material. It's like,
Mhm.
okay, girl, this is giving the girl that ever left her hometown that is pretty much trying to live 10 years ago. So if she's willing to go and tap into her journey in the industry, I don't know if it's going to be spilling tea. I know she's going to be airing out a lot. She's a songwriter after
Mhm.
all.
Mhm.
Then definitely it's going to shake, the table.
Yeah.
Anyone releasing an album this year hoping to go for Grammys 20, well, actually, no, someone said that her dropping in October will, fall under for 2027. So anyone planning for 2027, just move that album date up before the 2026 deadline, or pray for 2028.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck, girls. Yeah. Y'all are gonna need it. Y'all are gonna need it for sure. Oh, she's working with the producer of Reputation.
I saw that. I know everyone was so happy she wasn't working with Jack. No shade to Jack, but we need some new stuff. I'm not
No,
even Swifty like that. And I was so relieved that oh my God, I can't talk. I was so relieved that Jack Antonoff was not attached to this. I was like, thank you. Finally, we're
I,
expanding out of this.
I ain't gonna say too much, but I think she heard us. I think
Dear
she heard
y'all.
think think she heard us like we don't need because all like no shade to Jack for real. Like he's put out some good stuff, but everything is like kind of starting to sound the same. And it's like, can
Mm,
we wrap it up? Maybe.
yeah.
Um, people's workloads get too heavy and it's like take a break, you know,
Mm-hmm.
take a break. Word to Hamilton. Um, that is all I had. Did you have anything else before we transition?
So Shrek 5 was delayed until June 2027.
I'm not mad at it because I was trying to figure
I
out
wasn't I wasn't mad either because of the animation. I'm just like, if it's for y'all to take more time, I'm
do
okay.
that.
I
Do that.
was looking for Christmas, but you know what? It's fine. The summer of Shrek, the year I turned 30, I'm not mad.
That's what I'm saying. Like I never got the vibes for Shrek for Christmas. It was always like summer vibes. So I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Music news. Bryson Tiller dropped the first half of his double album Vices last week.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm just not up on music. Like I never hear about people
Yeah.
dropping.
The marketing has been limited. It's
Okay.
been limited. The second half comes out October 2nd. And that's Solace. That's more of his fall album. I'm looking forward to that because I love like R&B Bryson. If you
Me
follow
too.
I love Bryson Tiller.
Me too. I remember I went to his first concert for $50. That will never happen again. But
Yeah.
we were right in the front. Oh my God. It was so good.
Girl, the I paid like what over 100 to go to his show again at the Coca-Cola Roxy. This was last minute tickets. Aaron invited me. I was like, okay, girl, sure, because I hadn't seen him ever, and I
Mhm.
missed his last two tours, so I
Mhm.
had to see him at least once for his self-titled era, and it was such a good show.
Yeah, he's great. And I really liked his last project too. That song, Ciao,
Yes.
has me in a chokehold. Like,
Oh, Chow, Stay Gold, Aeon Lust, Calypso. It's just some good songs in there. I'm so mad it got snubbed at the Grammys.
I know. Wait, did Trap Soul ever win anything?
Trap Soul, I have no
Because
idea. The amount of hate Trap Soul gets is crazy.
what?
Hang
Trap
on.
Soul gets hate from who?
Apparently from hang on, it may not be Trap Soul. I think it's this
No,
the album
it's
after
not
Trap
Trap
Soul.
Soul. I'm like that album changed the game.
Nah, the album following oh, True to Self. It was True to Self.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That does. That does.
Yeah, they were not feeling True to Self.
No, they weren't. And it's hard too because Trap Soul was just so good and it was a
Yeah,
cultural reset.
girl. The fact
Like,
that it came out the same, it came out when my freshman year started.
wow.
Like that first semester of college, that album came out. I was so happy. I found so much of the music I listen to now when I was like in undergrad, like
Mhm.
Bryson, Kaylani, Khalid. Those were like my top three on my Spotify.
Yeah. That was such an era. Like Bryson had black men across the US wearing flannels. Like he changed the game. Like, and I don't think he gets,
Oh my god.
I don't know if he gets enough credit for his impact, but like Trap Soul changed.
He doesn't get enough credit. He really doesn't.
Trap
Yeah.
Soul, like,
Yeah, it didn't get nominated for any Grammys outside of like Billboard and American Music Awards.
that album's so good.
Now
Like
he is signed
front to
to
back.
RCA, so that could explain the limited marketing. But yeah, he is dropping. Solace in the fall,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking forward to that. It's giving pretty much the same vibe as Traps. So it gives off the same vibe. He says like it's getting into his like vulnerable and softer side. I'm like, yes,
Okay.
this is for me. Solace is
Yeah,
for me.
I'll be seated.
I will
Right.
not be shutting up about that damn album. I will not shut up.
I love it.
And then Kate Renata is dropping an album on Friday.
Okay. Okay.
This
Okay.
was
So
announced like yesterday.
I'm gonna just have to go to you for music because I feel like I don't hear about music drops like,
Yeah,
oh.
people just been really random with it. Also, him dropping this before he starts his tour in October with Justice, that was smart.
Mm-hmm.
I already got tickets to the Atlanta show, so he's gonna be seeing me.
I know that's right. This is so random. Do you remember that one Bryson line that everybody was saying? It was like, Lord, please save her for me. Do this one favor for me. Like
Yes.
that was everywhere. Like men were using that as their captions. Like,
Oh my god, that was so annoying. I know the one song that he has on that one song with Drake, like I want my baby to have your eyes.
yep, yep.
That whole damn line, they were using the fuck out of that line. That whole entire like verse, I'm just like, bro,
Yeah.
so good and well, you don't want me to have your baby. Like, come on now.
We
Like the
know
fact that you use it as pickup lines, I'm remembering again. Oh God.
we know Drake is gonna always do that. Like he always gonna have a one liner that's just like, shut up. Like y'all are shut up. Like when everybody started using call me crazy shit, at least you calling. Like, I'm not calling you. I'm not calling you.
Oh God.
Yes. Well, anything else before we transition?
Um, I think that's it. Wicked starts its press tour this month.
Damn, okay.
Good.
Where are they starting?
I have no idea. I think it's just like the sit down stuff behind the scenes because they've been dropping some stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think they're going to be like less front facing this year because they already know we're going. Like I know they're going to do press and promo, but it's not going to be nearly as much as they did last year.
Yeah. I mean, granted, since it's like part two, people know what it is. I don't
Hmm.
think we're gonna get them like front facing until probably like October.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
think
obvious. So
right.
they're probably doing like pre-filming stuff. I know there's gonna be a Wicked special for November, so
Right.
they're probably filming that now.
Right. I forgot about that. It's going to be on like TV, right?
Yeah, it's
Like
gonna be on
cable?
Peacock.
Okay. Oh, I thought it was going to be on cable.
No, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be on Peacock first, and no, I think it's gonna be cable first, and then Peacock next day.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, they already know we're seated, so they don't have to do too much. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, we are going to transition to the next part of this episode. So please enjoy our interview with Deric Augustine.
Quick little, they're doing work on my roof. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna try to mute it if the sound, if they make any sounds, and I'll try to unmute myself between.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're fine. I have nosy neighbors upstairs, so you're good.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
we've been through it. Our listeners, they're very chill.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So I don't know by the voice if anybody could tell who we're with today, but Simone, the streets have been waiting for this one. So tell them who we have with us today.
Today we have y'all's favorite TikTok boyfriend, Deric Augustine. Yeah,
TikTok.
we saw the comments, y'all. Y'all were DMing me this morning, but we have him here today to talk about his debut novel, Nawlins. If you guys have seen him, you've seen him in All American, you see him in The Rookie, but you are being reintroduced to him as an author. Deric, thank you for sitting with us today.
Thank you for
Oh, thanks for
coming.
having me. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
The streets were ready, as Simone mentioned. They were a little feral, but we're
The
gonna
streets are ready. That's funny. That's funny. No, thanks for having me. I appreciate it, and thank you to all of your listeners and fans who watch your show and who follow you. And I'm happy to be a guest.
and I mean, we know you as like this superstar, but now you've written a book. So let's take it there right now. Tell us all about the book.
Yeah, I wrote a YA fantasy novel. It still hasn't hit me yet. I have the book in my hand right now. I'm going over some notes.
Wait,
Um,
wait, hold it up.
yeah,
We're gonna show the video. Yeah.
and it's
Okay,
called
guys.
Nawlins.
Come on,
And
Tab.
yeah, it's a young adult fantasy. It's essentially it's about black wizards in New Orleans. I think it hasn't hit me yet because it took me, I think over 7 years now to have this thing in my hand, you know what I mean? And it's been a journey, a very, very long journey. And I'm happy that it's out and I'm currently making changes to it and have to redo the copyright and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm happy that it's out and can't wait for people to read it.
Yeah, the first thing I want to ask is, I mean, we know that New Orleans has like this rich spiritual history. So is that what kind of like inspired the idea for Wizards? Like, I want to kind of know where the
Yeah.
inspiration came from.
I'm gonna be honest. I went to University of New Orleans,
Mhm.
and I was in literature class, and we had to do a creative writing assignment. And we had to go to a landmark in New Orleans and create something, create a creative writing whatever on the landmark that we visited. And I went to the African American Museum in Treme. And that was my first time going, even though I'm from New Orleans, that was my first time going to that museum and I had my notes and I was taking, we had to take notes and then bring it to class and write a paper. And my notes when I first walked in there, it just I was encompassed by our culture, by Black culture. And I saw all the works that was done by us and the craftsmanship, the handyman things, the beds, the clothing, the artwork. And then I went to this room and there were nooses and chains and all sorts of other things. And in my assignment, I chose to use that spectrum to empower us, and I chose to give us powers. And I was a YA is my favorite genre, and I love reading YA books. And I wish I could have seen myself in some of these my favorite YA fantasy stories when I was a kid. And I said, you know what? Let me make let me make some kids, some teenager kids and grown adults wizards. And I'm gonna make the lead character a black girl because I don't see I sometimes I read black boys in stories but not black women. And I gave the character my mother's name and that's how the inspiration came to be.
I feel like I read that, but I was going to ask you about it. So you're confirming that. That is so cool.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that.
It was. I wish I had that paper that I wrote. I don't know what I wrote. I mean, it was. I wasn't like it was a manuscript. I had to write it in class and turn it in, given the notes that I took at the museum. But from those notes, I said, let me write the novel, the full novel.
That is truly like beautiful inspiration. I know you said earlier that it took you about 7 years to write the book.
Yeah.
How was the process writing it while pursuing your acting career? Because I know that kind of balance with like writing a book and putting it together from the first page to actually printing it is a lot.
Mhm.
I initially wanted to write this book to sell the IP for TV and film rights. Then I fell in love with writing and storytelling and the characters. And first start off as brainstorm. It's, how we did in elementary school. You brainstorm and develop your characters. I had a big whiteboard with the characters, the storyline, the plot. And I had these big tear out sheets with character development arcs and everything on there. And then I just wrote a page a day. That's what I tell writers. If you want to write something, just a page a day keeps the laziness away. And I also went to this free writing workshop in LA at Beyond Baroque Theater Company in Santa Monica. And we had to bring 3 pages every week. And we got critiqued by our professors who would come in and also by the writers in the class, which was comprised of new writers and New York Times best-selling writers. And it forced me to write and to be good and to get critiqued and to better myself as a writer.
Man, that's actually like really impressive because I feel like a lot of people say, "Oh, I want to write a book or I want to, do this," and then they find it so hard like putting the pen to paper. And thank you so much for sending us the book in advance too. So
Well, yeah.
reading
Yeah,
it, um, I was like, damn, like you threw us into the chaos, like
Yeah.
right from the
Yeah.
beginning. Um, Talk to me like right, like just kind of the first few moments of the story.
Mhm.
We're opening, it's this snowstorm. Well, I'm okay, I'm not gonna give that in the way, y'all. Read the book, but it's a lot going on right then and there. But why did you choose to start it out like that with such that like
Mhm.
gravitas, if you will?
I think, stories with um, compelling interests always have that big boom moment, And for me, I researched Louisiana folklore, and the Rougarou came up, and I really wanted to, show deference to our stories, like the Rougarou, the Casket. I don't think I can say that yet. The Casket, but yeah, the Casket Girls, and swamp creatures and other things that Louisiana has to offer, not just the spiritual um aspect, you know what I mean? But so I was like, let me write something, but I don't want to just have New Orleans be the main point of the interest. That's why I made Donna from New York.
Mhm.
And I love snow. I think we write, and we know I think we love things based on what we love, you know what I'm saying? And what we encounter. And I love snow. And I was like, what if I have her going through this snowstorm, through this dream sequence, and throw a Rougarou in there and introduce her father and introduce her little brother. I mean her big brother, who was little back then, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that's how it came to be. And it took me a while to perfect that story. That story was the interest was not the same as it is now. Just like the book wasn't the same 7 years ago, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I liked it though. I was like, okay, like we starting off hot.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely.
Um, I also wanted to ask you too, which I think is so important, like as I was going through it, like it does such a good job of blending like real life struggles,
Yeah.
also keeping that supernatural element. Were you able to find that balance without losing the heart of the story?
Well, what you see, the lead character, Donna, is pretty much my story. My father passed away when I was 3. My mom, she had a stroke when I was younger, when I was 13. And she later passed away. That's not in the novel. And that's not going to happen in the novel. But my mother in real life, she passed away when I was 23. But it was important for me to tell this story of the adversity she goes through, because I know there are kids in this world that's probably battling things that that they need comfort in. And I would love for somebody who read this story and maybe who's suffering from the same things that Don is suffering, to maybe feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And I remember when I was a kid, I always wondered, like, yo, yeah, I'm going through this adversity. I got to take care of my mom. I don't have a dad. I just want to escape and go to a magical place, you know what I mean? And hopefully this magical place is for the people going through the same things. But everything that I write about like her adversity, is what I've been through. Like her father, her mom, anxiety. After my mom passed away, I dealt with bad anxiety. That's why when you read this book, all those things that happened, my skin was itching. It felt like somebody was like pushing on my chest, like I couldn't breathe sometimes. I didn't, as a black man, I didn't know how to deal with that. You know what I mean? Because when I was young, my grandparents like, you're not going to therapy, you better therapy them dishes. You know what I mean? Real talk. You know what I mean? So it's like,
No, you're right.
No, you're
yeah.
right.
So hopefully this story can allow people who are dealing with anxiety. And I know how that can have an impact on your life, positive and negative. Once you come out of it, it's positive. Once you're dealing with it, it's like, man, I don't know how to express this feeling I'm feeling as a black man. I don't know how to tell people I deal with anxiety. So hopefully people who are dealing with this can reach out and search for help. You know what I mean? And through help in my real life came through going to therapy. Like I went to therapy, then I went to group therapy, and that alleviated this heavy anxiety burden that was on my life.
I'm
Yeah,
so
with
glad
the
you're
book,
touching on this right now.
it did.
Yeah.
When you read the book, you can feel like the layers of like the characters, and it relates so much to so many young people, and they're
Mm,
gonna feel represented with this story. I wanted to ask about the world building, because at the beginning of the work of the book, there's a map of the campus, and when I was reading, I kept like referencing back to different places. I was like, oh wait, this is here, and then that's here.
yeah.
How is it like creating, the world that is this school?
You know what? I went to University of New Orleans, and for me, that when I first got to that campus, it was huge to me. And I wanted this campus to be big, and I wanted to be in New Orleans. I wanted to be in the French Quarter, because that's where in the French Quarter. I sorry to bring this up, but you know the ships came from the Mississippi, and that was one of the big auction blocks. And that port in Louisiana came from New Orleans, and so I wanted to put Nawlins right where the heart of it all started. You know what I mean? And that slave revolt actually happened. It's based off a real slave revolt in 1811. You can research it, and I use some of the same slave names who were in Louisiana as last or first names, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool thing that I integrated to the storyline, and also the language is in Swahili. The the like the spells and everything else, that's why he,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean? So for
Okay.
me, like I wanted to make the campus big and huge, and I referenced University of New Orleans as a starting point, and then I just built on it, like the Oasis and all these things came from like um personal things in my life that I've seen or experienced or dreamt or had visions of, you know what I mean? Like even in the cave system where the elders live, I was doing a project in San Francisco and I had to walk in this muddy terrain. And while I was writing the book, I was working on that project. I was like, man, I want to put this in the book. So I hurried, took out my phone and wrote this in my notes section. I'm sorry I'm veering off, but
No,
yeah,
no, this is
No,
good.
I wanted the campus to be huge. I wanted the dorms to be separated by class and by gender and things of that nature. So it came from like personal experience and what I've seen and what I've been through. And yeah, that hopefully that answers your question.
no, I love it. Like all these different pieces just coming together to create just this world is just really cool. I
Yeah,
wanted to talk to you about the cover because I know with most offers that like we talk to, they're very intentional with the covers, and
yeah,
you were very intentional with having both Donna and Lincoln on the
yeah,
cover to let it be known that this is a Black book with
yeah.
Black YA characters. How was it drafting it to where you had the final print?
Man, I have a brilliant illustrator. Her name is Frida. She's based in Sweden. She initially did my first illustration of Donna back in 2020. And at first I wanted it just to be Donna. Um, you know, like the books I've seen, I have a couple of books I can grab, but I want it to be like this beautiful cover, this black girl, and just the face and showing her excellence. But I had to incorporate the magic and the and things of that nature because I wanted people to see, oh, the cover is a directory of the novel. I want to see what the novel's about, so I wanted to add the wizard element. But yeah, so Frida and I we went over like yo what I wanted, and I was like, you know what? Yes, this is based on a black girl lead, but Lincoln is also the second lead, and we see his POV, and that's so important to the storyline. And I was like, let's put both characters on there. Everything is very to the point and intentional, like down to her bracelets, her this and that pendant is the pendant that her dad gave her.
I was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah, this is the pendant that her dad that's for that her dad gave her mom that was gifted to Donna. And this is her wand. This is everything's very intentional. Lincoln is, you know, I'm from New Orleans and we dress a little different in New Orleans. We just kind of urban, but Lincoln, I was like, you know what, I want him to be urban. I want black kids to know that it's cool just to be normal and to be sophisticated and professional while having that swagginess to him. Chad in the book got this everything, you know, the braids, the mirror, the you heard me, all that. But Lincoln, I wanted him to be like, this is a young man, but he's gonna develop into a great black young king. And I wanted people to know that this is how black men present themselves as protectors, as providers, as caring, loving human beings.
I mean, it's so well thought out and it's like down to every last detail because I was going to ask you about the gold necklace as well. And it obviously like is giving a symbol of protection, but is there any like other additional meaning behind that or are there any like little I know the book is very you as well, but are there any like little Easter eggs or any little like hidden gems kind of like that in the book as well?
Um, yeah, well, just the jewelry color, that's my father's birthday. The ruby stone, you know what I mean? So that was very important. Everything has its own little I love little meat. Like Mr. Whiskers was like a pet that I wish I had growing up.
Hmm.
It's a provider. Um, Lincoln is the big brother I wish I had. Donna is my story. All my friends and family are in here. Like my cousin Rain, her name is in the book, but it really means my another cousin that I have that I don't want to, say his name. My my best friend Darius, his name is his name is in the book. Of course, my mother. Dee Dee is my father's nickname. Dee Dee is in the book. My father was Deric Augustine, aka Dee Dee. That's an important aspect that goes in there. My mother, Donna, of course. Catherine, aka Kathy, that's my grandmother's name. Um, so yeah, I'm currently rereading it because this is I purchased, like I said, I purchased this on Amazon. My first baby. I got
I
so
know
many
that's
notes.
right.
I'm changing so much stuff. I'm like, yo, I got so many mishaps in here, but that's the love of doing something on your own. Like I have full control over the IP. I didn't,
Right.
I didn't publish it through our publishing house. This is my baby. You feel me? And um, yeah. But to answer your questions, there are some like nuances in here that mean a lot to me and a lot to my friends and my family that are in this book.
Quick side note, are you like type A, or did this experience kind of make you more like it, like everything is so methodical, like
Yeah,
like everything that you're like spelling out right now. Like, would you say you're a really like detailed oriented type person, or did
yeah.
this process like make you that way?
I think my whole life I've been kind of detailed in a way. I think I learned that from my mom. She was very detailed and very by the book and held everything to a higher standard, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think I got that from my mom. Yeah, most definitely.
Came in handy.
Yeah, so especially doing something like this, something creative, and you have to be very detailed. And that's the beautiful thing about creating this a different world that other readers will come in and experience it through, through your POV.
Yeah, they definitely will have a full experience with this book. And I know we said we weren't going to spoil it, but we're going to talk about the ending.
Oh
And there'll be
yeah,
a second one because you had me screaming at the end. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah,
yeah,
I was wondering
yeah,
if there was gonna be a second one too.
yeah. It's gonna be. I'm gonna write a second one. I've been brainstorming on it. It's just tough right now, and I needed a break. It took me 7 years to write this. My brain is like, calm down, young man.
Take your time.
Yeah,
Right.
take
That second
yeah.
page
We'll
is going to be a lot.
Yeah,
we'll
because
be here waiting with bated breath. We'll be here.
yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, for sure. And it's I can spoil this. The book switches from third person to first person in the epilogue in the last part of the book, and for me that's like okay, now I have to change views, and which is not it's not I'm an adamant reader and I read it all and I think first person is just once you immerse yourself in the characters, read it through their eyes, it's a lot more. Um, I don't know, it's immeasurable the type of detail you can come up with opposed to being in third person past tense. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm working on it. It's tough. And I picked it up and I was like, I can't do this right now, and that's okay. I'm working on the rookie right now. That's my number one priority. Yeah. So yeah, it was. I love vampires and the
Don't
cast.
we all?
I love vampires. I read the Vampire Diaries.
No
Um,
way.
Yeah, well, listen, I try to, let's say that.
Okay.
He
Okay.
loves the show.
That is my
I love the show
show.
though. Yeah. I love the show. I was on there for one episode.
Wait, really? Which
Yeah.
one?
I think it's season 7. I was in there for like 2 minutes. It wasn't, I mean, well, probably lower, like shorter than
Okay.
that.
I'm gonna
We need
go
to drop
back.
on here and find this episode after this.
No,
It
I'm
was
gonna
like
find it because
season
I've seen
7, episode
every
17 or something like that. I forgot.
I've seen
But
every episode like multiple times. So I
yeah.
like maybe
It,
maybe you look
it
closer.
was a small co-star role, but I was in there.
Okay, okay,
Um,
okay.
but I love Vampire. Like Interview with the Vampire is one of my, it's a New Orleans based, it's a movie based in New Orleans, and I really wanted to implement the story of the Casket Girls in this book without, you know, taking the love away from the wizardry
Mhm.
and the family aspect of it, and that's how I did it, and yeah, and I wanted Gia. Gia is based off my cousin Gia, and she's very bougie and like that. And real talk, she laughs when when she called me about it. But But I wanted like her character is just very once you know what she's been through, you know, the readers who watch this will know what happened, and you can feel that animosity, that longing for retaliation that's in her heart. But it's tough because she's pulling. It's kind of like a double-edged sword because she did find a found family there through her friends. You know what I mean? So what's gonna happen? You know, is she good? Is she bad? Is she gonna? There's her real family. Is that gonna take place of her new family that she has found and loved? And Donna is a part of that. So I'm excited to get started on that one. Yeah.
I'm so excited for you. I feel like this is, to your point, like exactly what we've been needing, like we have all of these, I'm gonna
Hmm.
just say like all these white focused YA supernatural stories, and that's great, but like what about us? What about the
Yeah.
representation for us? So, I'm really excited for everybody to read this and check it out. Like you're gonna be flipping the pages like shocked.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, inclusion is very, very important to me. You know what I mean? That's why I wanted to write it with a female lead. I mean, there's a Muslim character in there with Noor, who's based off one of a good friend of mine, and I was calling her pretty much when I was writing Noor. I was like, "Yo, can I do this? I don't know how. She has a boyfriend in the story. I'm like, I don't know how a man and a woman should interact as a Muslim." So I asked her for a lot of advice, even with the hijab when she takes her jab off. I'm like, yo, can I do that? So yes, it's cool. Just make sure you put it back on. But it was important. It was important to me to have representation because the books I read, I've never read about a Muslim character in none of the books I read, and I wanted to keep that hijabi in there with it. She's hijabi, keep it in there.
Mhm.
Um, what else I included in there? Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, Rain, you don't know what her sexuality is, you know what I mean? Because she's different. I wanted to just have a lot of inclusion as possible. And this is coming from a black straight man, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I had to get out my comfort zone and see like what do I do? How can I make sure every spectrum is in this book, you feel me?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, you can definitely feel like the intentionality with like every person that's written, especially when it comes to just the research part. And just from hearing you, you were very intentional with every single person down to the very last one. And I know people are really going to appreciate that. One last question. I know you mentioned Miles, and then they're probably going to cuss me in the comments if I don't ask about season 8.
No,
I
we
know you
have to
guys
ask
just
about
filmed.
it. We
Come
were
on,
not
yeah,
letting
yeah,
you
yeah.
leave without getting something.
What's up? What's up?
So we know that you're up to series regular. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And we know you guys just started filming the episodes. What can people expect for Miles next year?
Miles is, listen, I think Miles' overall objective, this is coming from the work I've done on my character, is to be the best cop in the world and to be a helper and to be a good person, you know what I mean? Because I think in today's world, we need good people to triumph, you know what I mean? And I think Miles has that same type of motivation. I think we're going to see this season him coming into this new realm of really fitting in. They're working on a roof book, bro. Uh, him coming into being like a successful cop in the LAPD and leaving Texas behind. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry. This is
Oh,
the
it's
part that people
okay.
really,
No, no, it's fine.
Yeah, it's
they're
fine.
working
I
on the
can
roof
barely
of the
hear it.
house. So yeah, so him trying to be the best cop as possible, learning through his TO, learning through the detectives on the show, learning through every personnel that he can grasp from, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what love interest comes in. I don't know. You know what I
I mean,
mean?
that's what we were wondering too now. Like, what's
Yeah.
up?
He was wondering.
I can't say nothing. You know what I mean? I can't listen. Only thing I can tell you is, look, Tim is still my TO. I'm single on the show, and I'm trying my best to become the best cop in the world. That's all I can give you. And this season is gonna be exciting. With the scripts I've read so far, it's gonna be really, really good.
I
Yeah.
guess we'll take it. I get.
Yeah. Listen, I try my best not to spoil things because
No, it's good. We
You
don't
could
want to
yeah,
definitely
spoil
take
the show.
yeah.
I wanted to ask you too, really quickly, if you had like, is there a song in mind when you were writing the book, or like if this were to ever be turned into a TV show, like is there like a song that really resonated with you, or even like while you were writing it, like,
Mm.
or an album?
Well, I'm from New Orleans, so Lil Wayne, a lot of Lil Wayne songs, especially from like his early days, like the Carter and the Drought, stuff like that.
Okay.
You see that a lot in Chad. Like Chad is really my personality. Once I'm
Okay.
once my shyness goes away, like, I speak my New Orleans accent. I'm very I talk with my hands. But yeah, so Chad, his favorite artists is like Lil Wayne, Boosie, uh, Kevin Gates, and Currency, stuff like that. But I would say Lil Wayne plays a big part in this story. But also, in the book, I can spoil this. In the book, when Donna and Lincoln have that special moment when they hum that Sade song. My mother's favorite artist was Sade, and every time I play that, it's a specific song by hers. It's in the book, the song that they hum in the book.
Hmm.
My mom always like, I'm always gonna be by your side, and she used to sing that song to my brother and I. So that, yeah. So Sade and Lil Wayne probably the two artists that play a
That's
huge
a good
part
one.
in making this book. Yeah,
That's a
Those
real
real good ones.
yeah. And I got other stuff in there. I got like the bunny hop in the book. I wish I would include more bounce music. I don't think did I add that in there? I don't think I have bounce music in this book. That might have been a little bit too much for readers who don't know New Orleans for them to grasp that attention. But I got the brass band when they're walking through the French Quarter and stuff like that. I tried to do New Orleans justice through the culture, the food. I got beignets in there. I got jambalaya and stuff like I wanted to add my favorite po' boy spot, Melba's, but I didn't want to get sued. So
one.
it's a lot of things that are in there that red beans and rice, gumbo. Yeah. So I hope I did New Orleans justice. And I'm sure when the readers read it, they're gonna be like, yeah, this boy's from New Orleans through and through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it gets turned into a TV show, you can add the bounce house part back in. Like
Yeah, for sure.
it really
Yeah.
get that involved.
Yeah. Most definitely, because it's a huge part of New Orleans, you know what I mean? And of course, I'm sure that will get implemented. I mean, right now I'm working on a vampire script that's based like an urban vampire TV show that's based in New Orleans, and
Okay.
that's a lot of like, I mean, but that one's that's PG-13. That's rated. It's like a HBO type of thing, so I can play with that. This is more. This
Yeah.
is this
Mhm.
white fantasy. I can't really do much with with the songs, the
Right.
language like I want to, but this is perfect the way I like it, the way it is, you know what I mean?
And are you writing that or acting or a bit of both?
Yeah. I'm writing it and I'm writing that one currently. Um,
Okay.
there is a part for me in there, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But for
write yourself a
Nawlins, but
card.
for Nawlins, nah, this is I'm gonna sit back and just produce if it gets made, and I'm gonna just sit back and let. It's time for like these young. Everybody's young in this book.
Hmm.
Like the lead
Mhm.
characters, opposed to like of course, the teachers, the professors, the elders are older, but this lead main cast is like young and vibrant, and it's time for like we get new upcoming actors that's from New
Mhm.
Orleans in this book, So we'll see. Once it does start casting, I'm gonna say it does, not if. Everybody who's from New Orleans is gonna be from New Orleans. These producers gonna have to fight me. I'm like, yo, nah. You can find talent in the city. I mean, Donna is gonna be tough because she's from New York, but other than that, yeah, I want everybody that's from New Orleans to have the real accent, the real swag. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, that's real intentionality because sometimes some actors can't get the accent right.
Yeah,
No,
nah, it's
no.
tough. It's New Orleans is its own little hub, and you can tell when somebody's not from here and they're putting on a front. So I haven't seen nobody pull off an authentic New Orleans accent. So I don't know.
Yeah. I know I can't do it, but when I went, I heard some slang recently. Whenever they said like for
Mm.
real, they said swear.
I swear, you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, and I
I
was
said,
like,
David, I swear to
okay.
God, you hear me? I swear, yeah, that's how we talk. Yeah, for
So
sure.
I was like, yeah, I got it for $5, and she was like, swear. And I was like,
Swear, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's really a New Orleans. I think that's like, because I heard that in other places though.
Oh, I feel like I
Ooh,
haven't heard that, but there.
really?
And then,
Yeah,
her
just
accent made it better. So I was like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's probably what it was.
and I wanted to ask you too. I mean, oh, I mean, feel free to be like, hey guys, I need to go.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I got
um,
time.
but I wanted to ask you too. I mean, because acting is like how a lot of us met you and
Hmm.
um such a big part of your life as well. And you've done so much. Like y'all, the resume is stacked, like so stacked. But is there anybody that is still like on your wish list that you would love to work with and collaborate with when it comes to acting? I mean, you've already worked with like some huge heavy hitters already.
Yeah, honestly, my favorite actor since I was a kid was is Will Smith, and hopefully one day I get to work with him. I know he's going through after what happened, he's going through like something. I don't know what it is, but we'll see. I would still love to work with him. He's like I said, he's still one of my favorite actors, and he has this legacy that you can't really bypass, that you have to acknowledge, especially as a black man in a time where there weren't many roles for us. He made a way for himself. Uh, Chris Pine. Who else is a phenomenal actor of mine? Samuel Jackson, of course. Man, I've worked with a lot of people too that
Yeah, you
I
have.
love. Yeah.
I
Um, yeah, I don't know, man. Angela Bassett. Um, yeah, I would say my number one is Will Smith though, most definitely.
Yeah, I know with like people we talk to, it's either like Will Smith or Denzel because those are like the top two.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because as a kid, that's what we grew up with. We didn't have
Mhm.
Yeah.
many black sitcoms. The ones we had was, Fresh Prince and Martin and things of that nature. So you adapt to what you know. And that was my favorite show growing up, and I'm gonna stick to it. You feel me? Yeah. Even though there are a plethora of other phenomenal actors, no matter their skin color, you know what I mean? So I'm sure that list goes on and on. But from off the top of my head, I would say Will Smith.
Yeah. I mean, I could see you in a comedy with you and Will or you and Chris Pine, like easily.
Oh yeah, I saw Chris Pine the other day. I'm a member at this members only spot, and he was there, but he was around a bunch of other actors like Goggins from what's it, White Lotus. He was there with a bunch of working actors, and I didn't want to just be like, "Yo, what up? I'm very nice to meet you." One of my favorite actors. I didn't want to break, I didn't want to break that little confide they had going on, but I'm sure I'll run into him again soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know you can't tell us anything about the rookie this season
Mm.
that you're filming now, but what has this experience overall just been like for you? Like this show has cultivated such a fan base, and I mean, we're gonna put
Yeah,
a lot of that on you, for sure. But like,
yeah,
as well as for the rest of the cast, but I'm showing you some
yeah.
love. But like, just want to talk about like what has that been like for you?
This is probably the best project I worked on in my life. Just given the fact, put aside, the context of the show itself, but I'm talking about like the cast, the crew, the fans, the overall, the overall synopsis of everything that's going on that makes a show perfect, successful. It's been a blessing, man. I thank God every day that I have this opportunity, and I say this all the time. It feels like I finally found a home, besides being in somebody else's home. I'm not saying I love those every other show I worked on, but that wasn't my home. I was a guest. This is my home. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm a series regular, and it's like the writers do a great job of giving Miles meaty material. You feel me?
Hmm.
And it just feels like I'm here. Like this big cinder block that was on my back has finally just alleviated, and just I can be myself, and I can be a great actor on this show and sharpen my skills and things of that nature. And I wish every actor can have this feeling, because I didn't have this feeling years ago. I was going through a rough place. I was just coming off All-American, and nothing was coming in, and I was like, man, what do I do? And I just asked God for opportunity. I went to church. I was like, hey, God, please, man, I gave you everything I have. I went to drama school. I did plays. I I studied here, and there. I went to two conservatories. I'm in acting class. What more can I do? I did the traditional way and the way that demands respect and demands success. And I don't see that now. And 2 weeks later, I got this job opportunity, and another one came in. And before that, I booked that BET show, the Family Business New Orleans, and just everything happened so fast. And I'm so grateful and honored to be a part of this, be a part of this cast.
I
Well,
love
you
that.
guys like give like a whole big family just from the
Yeah,
way you
that's
guys
what we are.
post online and speak about each other during
Yeah,
interviews. You can tell just from looking like the dynamics, like it's just
yeah.
beautiful and it goes well on screen because you guys work together so well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we just had dinner last weekend. We just had dinner Saturday actually. No, last weekend. No, what is last weekend? This was Friday. This Friday, we all went to dinner. It was me, Melissa, Liz, Richard, our costume head of costumes, and we just had a good time, man. And that is just goes to show you how well we get along. And also, it starts from the top. We have a brilliant showrunner, Alexi, and our brilliant number one, Nathan, and we all just, they lead us to perfection, you know what I'm saying? Because we just vibe off of them, and yeah, everyone gets along so well.
I love
It's
that.
not like that on every show, you know what I mean?
No,
We're so blessed
we
and honored.
we hear.
Yeah.
One random thing I want to ask you, what's something that people would be surprised to know about you?
That I wrote a book. I don't think people, and even when I'm out and about, they're like, "Oh, what you doing? I'm an actor." And oh, I wrote a book. You wrote a book? I'm like, yeah, because a lot of people say they want to write a book.
Mhm.
And my writing professor at the theater I was going to for writing class, she used to always say there's two authors in this world. One that say they want to write a book and one who actually writes a book. So this is a big milestone in my life, and I guess it still hasn't hit me yet because it took so long. And it just goes to show you how look, hard work pays off and it just becomes second nature. And you got to stack, you got to compound. It's like compound interest. These years, these days, these months, and all weeks, they all compound until you have something brilliant. But also, I have a twin brother. I have a twin brother. What else do I know about me? Let's see. Um,
Ladies, there's two of them.
my brother is married. He just had a baby. I have a
I'm
beautiful
kidding. I'm
niece.
kidding.
I know. I get that all the time now. I'd be like, yeah, okay. You gotta beat his wife up first. But no, he's married. He just I have a little niece. She's so beautiful, man, and I'm so happy for him. And he's happy for me. And yeah, we've been through a lot. My brother and I, we've been through a lot. And a lot of people sometimes I get prejudged of how I carry myself, how I look, and I'm very conscious of that. And I think people who say, "Oh, I don't care," yeah, I'm conscious of that. And I think when people see me, they probably think something else of me. When get to know me, I've been through a lot, and I hold my head up confidently, not cocky, confidently because my crown fell off when my mother passed away, and what picked that crown up is I knew she was in heaven, like cheering me on, like Derek, pick your crown up and keep going. So I did, and I keep on holding my head high because she would want me to. And so yeah, I think that's I think people another thing people don't know that people probably see me and think I'm something else, but I have a kind heart. I hopefully I have a kind heart, and I try to be a good person because this world needs a light. And in the word it says the last shall be first and the first shall be last. And I just want to be a beacon to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even just in hearing your vulnerability today on the show has just been so touching for me. You never know what somebody's going through or what they've been through, and just for you to even share that positivity and that hope has like been, even for me, it's been like, wow, like I need to keep going. I need to keep doing what I got to do. It's really
Keep going.
motivational and inspirational. So thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome. Keep going and try to be a pillar for somebody else, man. What helped me a lot, and like I said earlier, is when I went to counseling, then I went to group counseling. Group counseling really opened my eyes. Like everybody's going through something. Here
Mhm.
I'm over here mad at the world that my mom passed away. And then I looked, the woman on the side of me, her husband passed away and left 4 kids. She's the provider. I'm like, man, I just wanted to give this lady a hug. And the person who assigned me, they lost their mom and their dad recently. And the person beside me lost their significant other, and she's bearing his kid. And I'm like, you know what? Everybody's going through something. That's why you can't judge people when, even though it might not seem big to you, to them it might mean the world. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
Thank
It's
you.
No
so
problem. Y'all got no
appreciated.
other questions? Y'all good? Y'all, you straight? You good? You got 10 more minutes in me. I got 10 more
Do you
minutes.
got anything else?
You got anything else?
What's your sign, Deric?
Oh, I'm an Aries, April 3rd.
Ah,
April 3rd,
She's so
yeah.
relieved you're not a Libra. She got one question.
I'm not that big into signs, but I know I'm an Aries, April 3rd. Melissa and Lizette on our show, they're big into signs. So they're like, what's your moon rising? I'm like, I don't know what's the thing is. I know I'm a fire or something. I just know I'm an Aries. And yeah, I think
I'm
my
an
character
Aries
on
as
the show
well.
is an Aries.
You said
How,
what?
I think Miles on the show is an Aries, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm an Aries. And yeah.
I'm an Aries too. Yeah. We're very
Come
passionate
on, man.
people.
Yeah, we stubborn too though.
Just a little bit. Simone, do you think I'm stubborn? Don't answer that.
I'm about to say, you want to embarrass you on the pod right now?
Don't embarrass it. Don't embarrass it. I'll embarrass myself. I'm very once I want something like my way, it's hard for me to adjust. But in life, you gotta adjust sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yes, but your way is probably the best way. So I
Not
I'm
all the time,
Aquarius and
man.
I get mad at any inconvenience in my life and I just be in a pouty mood.
You in a pouting mood? Nah, you
I
can't.
get pouty all the time.
Is that what sign are you?
I'm an Aquarius.
Is that an Aquarius thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a February Aquarius.
Okay, okay, okay.
yeah,
Uh,
I'm a March
uh,
Aries, so I'm close, but
you're like in the beginning. Yeah.
no, I'm at the end. I'm March
I'm sorry. I'm
27th,
sorry. Yeah, 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 yeah.
but yeah,
I mean,
still Aries gang.
April 3rd over here, baby. You know what I mean?
Love it. Well, before we let you go, please feel free to plug everything. Tell us where
Yeah.
we can find you, where we can find the book, where we can find the show. Please plug all the things. We are so happy that you joined us today.
Yeah. Listen, I'm Deric Augustine. How you guys doing? Acting writer. You can find the book on Amazon. Just search and type in Nawlins, it'll pop up, or Nawlins book, and you can follow the journey on Nawlins.net or on Nawlins series on the socials. And check it out. I'm excited. I haven't really made a big push for it yet because I want to switch some things up. You see the notes, everything. I gotta. Whew, it's a process when you self-publishing, but once it comes to a place where I feel like it's ready and finalized, I'm gonna do a big push for it, and I'm excited for people to read it, to get to know Donna Marie and Lincoln, and hopefully find some relatability in there within themselves. You know what I mean? And hopefully I inspire people. That's all I can do. You know what I mean?
Yes, you let us know. We'll rally the troops. We'll be ready.
Yep.
All right, cool. Sounds good. Rather,
I'll wait
I'm
on.
waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to the Pop Culture Playbook. If you love us, and I know you do, please leave us a 5-star review. These would help us out so much. Please follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the Pop Culture Playbook. And we will see you next time. Bye.